Yo, what's going on, everyone? Brian and Jim here with Drink a Beer and Play a Game, and today we're continuing our look at LJN games with Back to the Future for the NES.
Oh, good! Released in 1989, this was developed by Beam Software and published by LJN. It's a North American NES exclusive. It's another one of those famously bad games, so let's just... Why did people request this? God damn it, I hate you all, you sons of bitches. Why do you do this to us? God,
Still better than the Parappa games.
You bastard.
The graphics. Well, just like the Karate Kid, there is not a lot of variety here. There's actually a fair number of levels throughout the game. However, it really boils down to the road level, where you're scrolling up, or what I like to call these mini boss levels. The first one is the malt shop, the second one is the school, the third one is the dance, and the fourth one is the driving level, I'll call it. So, just from that alone, they don't offer much, but on every road level, you go against the same enemies. Fucking bumblebees, hula hoop girls, this bald jackass, and the atypical guys holding a pane of glass moving back and forth.
It's so wacky!
Ow! Why isn't Biff in this game?
Oh.
Jim, do you even try anymore?
Nah, not really.
So what is there isn't really impressive either. Similar to Karate Kid, the colors look okay, but the problem is on these road levels, it's just dominated by the asphalt and the color gray, so it becomes real monochromed really fast. At least it can feel like that, especially because you're going to die so many goddamn times. But we will give it credit. On the little mini levels, like especially the dance level, it actually looks kind of cool with all the music notes going towards the guitar. And the car level, the little lightning bolt strikes. But still, for me, it wasn't enough to give it even an average score. So I gave it a 4, Jim gave it a 5. When it comes to beer, I'm going to give 2 beers just to Jim for his goddamn quitting attitude.
Hey!
The hell was that?
It's another one of Brian's bits.
Oh, God, that's just what I need.
You can call it a BB. You've been BBQ'd.
Dear God, just move on to the sound. Alright, the sound. So, we've mentioned this before, but LJN's known for having great music in their games. So what the hell happened with this one?
Whoa.
What?
Great?
Hey, Silver Surfer has some great music.
Oh, never mind. I'm talking to a guy who just bought Wii U like a sucker, so go ahead.
I bought it last year, I'll have you know.
Like a sucker.
Hey, anyway. So, the music. Well, you only get 2 tracks in the game. Well, the one you're going to hear all the time. You're going to hear it through all the road levels. You're going to hear it in the last level. And it's basically The Power of Love by Huey Lewis, but it's sped up to, like, bajillion-D, and I don't know why. So, yeah, it sounds like ass, but it's at least faithful to the movie. And then during the guitar scene, he's playing Johnny Be Good, you know, so that at least goes back to the movie as well. 2 short bits of songs from the movie, and they don't even sound that great. Besides that, some of the levels don't have any music at all, so that's awkward. And then you just have one little beep as a sound. So this package it's bad. We gave it 3s. And when it comes to beer, I'm going to give it 2 beers for 2 goddamn songs.
The control. Well, this is a really simple thing to explain because all you do is move, jump, and sometimes shoot. On the road levels, you're just navigating upwards, moving left, right, and sometimes backwards. And if you're lucky enough to get the bowling ball, you can throw that. But other than that, you can sometimes try and jump. But let me just give you a piece of advice. Unless you're on a skateboard and you're 1000% sure, do not even try to attempt to jump because the tiniest little pixel touching something will result in you dying. So, just avoid it. The actual control inputs, they're not terrible, but moving up always feels just a little bit stiff. And in these little side levels like the mall shop and the school, it feels like it's just ever so slightly off when you're throwing, the malts or trying to collect the hearts. It's tough to explain. It's another one where if you're playing it, you know exactly what we're talking about. But still, it's nothing we actually deducted from the game. It just wasn't that crisp. So, with all that being said, we both gave it 6s. The control isn't one of the main reasons why you're going to hate this game. We'll at least say that. And as far as beer, I'm just going to give 1 for that sweet, sweet power of love.
Alright, the gameplay, it's pretty bad.
It sucks!
Yeah, he's right. Alright, so when we gave it scores, Brian gave it a 4, I gave it a...
Ow! Put effort into things!
Don't wanna! I give up! Give up these games! Fine. Anyway, the gameplay. So, like we said, most of the game revolves around these goddamn street levels. And everything about this game is such an over-literal interpretation of parts from the movie. So at the bottom of the screen's a photograph of your family fading away. So that's kind of like a timer and almost a life bar at the same time. So when that dissipates, you die. You collect clocks, because of course you would, to keep restoring it. And if you get 100 clocks, it goes back to full for, the time. Then the game's in between. So you have the malt shop scene. And these mini games, you need to hit 50 just to progress past them. You need to hit 99 for it to give you like a better screen, but the screens don't really matter. If you hit 50, just give up and move on with your life. The school with Lorraine trying to throw kisses and you're trying to block it. It's your mom throwing hundreds upon hundreds of kisses at you.
Hey, Jim.
Oh, don't you dare.
Hey, Jim.
No, I will not. This is not a Hey Jim moment.
Continue.
Then you get to the guitar scene, which is actually kind of inventive because...
Your mom threw kisses at me last night! Oh!
So, the guitar scene is actually kind of cool because you have to move left and right catching the notes, but the right note depends on how high up your guitar is. So, sharps got to be high, flats got to be low, and the eighth notes got to be in the middle. So, that's actually pretty inventive. It's very literal once again, but at least it's better than just moving up and down patterns trying to catch things. Even though you're kind of doing that in this. Shut up. And then the DeLorean where you're just trying to dodge lightning bolts to reach 88 miles per hour. It's so literal and so simple, but I guess in a weird way it kind of works. Some of the things can be sort of fun, and for as frustrating and as goddamn annoying and pixel perfect as the street levels can be, we've been playing worse games lately, so... Brad gave it a 4 and I gave it a 5. It kind of functions as a game. So when it comes to beers, I'll just give it 2 beers for being so goddamn literal.
The originality. Right off the bat, we gave this game points because it was the first adaptation of Back to the Future. But on top of that, Jim went over a lot of it during gameplay. The health bar being your photograph, the fact that you're collecting clocks to set back time, the weird-ass mini-games that kind of look like a different function. It all felt semi-original enough. Not saying it was fun, just saying it did feel like a unique experience. We both gave it 6s, and when it comes to beer, I'm only gonna give 1 for Jim's mom giving me kisses.
No! Yeah, replayability. Once again, it's just a hard game. It's gonna take a lot of repeats to beat it, but once you get the patterns down, you're gonna beat it. Just gonna be annoyed by the time you do. Ow, what?
Have some fucking enthusiasm!
Oh boy, this game is so needing of playing to be beaten by people with game controller and such.
Thank you.
Yeah, professional. Anyway, when it comes to scores, we gave it 3s. Like we said, it's just hard, but there's really nothing to it. You're going to be playing it a lot to beat it. And when it comes to beers, I'll give it another 2 beers for not having a fake 2-player mode. Why not?
Overall, this is just a really lazy attempt at a video game.
Like me in this video.
It's actually a perfect analogy, so I won't even hit them for it.
Yay!
You got your basic 2 play styles that you're going to deal with throughout the game. It feels like something that should have been on the Atari. Probably would have been better than River Raid, but...
You rat bastard. You do not talk about River Raid like that.
But to be honest, this is better than the Karate Kid game, so... yeah. If you're a die-hard Back to the Future game and you just have to quench your thirst, don't bother doing this. Just watch the movie. It's super repetitive, you're gonna get really bored, so we're not recommending it by any means. So anyway, when it comes to scores, we both gave it 4s. Huh, that rhymes. Anyway, it's definitely below average, but it technically is playable. When we combine all of our scores together, it rounds out to a 4.6. It's a game that after playing, we wanted to hate on it a little more. However, from a technical standpoint, it's serviceable, so...
yeah, just barely below average.
Yeah. Once again, avoid it, and dear God, don't spend your money on it. Don't pull a Jim.
I didn't buy it!
You would have if you found it.
Maybe for cheap enough.
When it comes to beer pairing, I'm gonna go with the Pipeworks Brewing Company's Twin Pines Mall. This comes in at 8% and is their American Double Imperial IPA collaboration beer. Honestly, for a game like this, You definitely need something with a lot of alcohol and a lot of flavor to offset the anger that you're going to feel when you keep dying over and over. And besides, what beer is better than a beer that clearly is paying homage to the great Back to the Future? So maybe this will help even out the gameplay. But remember to drink your beers and play your games responsibly. As always, guys, thanks for checking out this video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you give us a thumbs up, leave some comments, or better yet, why not subscribe? Till next time, guys, cheers.